So to be totally honest, I haven't really been outside in a couple weeks. Been busy with work, staying inside, editing videos and everything, and I realized last week at some point I'd only had 400 steps in a day, which is literally like 20 hours sitting on a chair editing videos. So when Panasonic's RZ-S500W true wireless in-ear headphone showed up, I figured it was a good time to take a breath of fresh air, get up early in the morning and walk around outside, check out some nature, and just really try to balance out my day a bit better and just make some time to listen to music, chill out, listen to some podcasts while still getting some of the work I had to do done. So I started out the morning by visiting some familiar spots in the city that are a walking distance away, and I couldn't remember the last time that I saw sunrise, and I definitely plan to do this a bit more. And as someone who usually doesn't wake up that early, it was just so strange to be able to walk around town and just realize how empty it was with nobody around, no cars on the streets. After a nice little morning walk though, I still had some work to do. It was time to head back and get on the editing chair and ensure we had some of the videos that we had to finish editing to deliver to clients. These earbuds really deliver great sound quality when it comes to the music listening experience, but if you head around town in a busy time of day, you also have great noise cancellation features to really enhance that experience if you're in a loud surrounding. With the customization options in the ambient noise and cancellation controls, you're really able to adjust and fine-tune the sound to your surroundings, so say you're in the forest and want to be able to enjoy the natural sounds, you can still do so. I think what I realized most after trying to be outside more for a single day while still getting my work done is that I should definitely do this more often. I think what I realized most from this experience is that if I could at least do one of the things that I chose to do in this intro, such as going outside for a quick walk, walking along the forest, or even just going onto the breakwater for 30 minutes a day, it can definitely make a big difference in clearing the mind. What's going on everyone, it's Justin here, and today we're taking a look at a pair of fully wireless earbuds, and that is the Panasonic RZ-S500W with great noise cancellation features. So if you guys might remember on the channel, we've reviewed a lot of wireless earbuds in the past, some of which are just like the generic Apple ones. You've also got some from Beats. I've also checked out some from LV and like kind of the design aspect to it, but we've also reviewed some that are unique in the fact that they double as wireless speakers as well. But today we've got one that focuses on both sound quality and noise cancellation, and it's coming from a brand like Panasonic that's been around in the tech industry for a very long time, so a huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video. So when it comes to wireless earbuds, we're going to cover many different categories, including the design, the comfort, the sound quality, the connectivity, battery life, and also the app experience. I'm going to be giving away a pair of these, so just make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and leave a comment down below, and follow me over on Instagram, and I'll be announcing a winner in the comment section in 2 weeks. So make sure you leave your Instagram username down below so I can contact you for your shipping info. So beginning with design, as you can probably tell, they're a very simple look to it. And I feel like with any wireless earbud, unless you're going for something like the LV one, you don't want anything that is too loud. You just want something that is minimal, low-key, can really fit in, and you can just wear it around and not have to think about it. And it comes in 2 different colors, including this kind of stone gray right here, which I really like and have been using, as well as a simple black one as well, if you want something that is just more typical and blends in. So there's actually a label for each side in terms of which ear it goes into, so we're gonna pop it into this side and that side, and there's no like kind of finicking around and trying to figure out how they fit and which angle and everything. They literally just go in, and with the included ear tips, they fit nicely, and as you can see, they're very kind of minimal and don't stand out at all. There's no like external branding or anything all over the face of the earbud. There's just like a silver trim that has your microphones built in because there are 3 of them, which really contributes to the great active noise canceling experience. When it comes to the case itself, it is also very minimal. Just pop these in and throw them in your pocket. It is a good size, very light, and you have your battery indicator on this side as well as a USB Type-C on the back. So at this price point, the sound quality is going to be the most important, both in the noise canceling abilities, but also just the listening experience when it comes to music and everything else that you plan to consume. And I can tell you, as a user of the Apple AirPods Pro, these sound really, really good. And right off the bat, I noticed that they sound better than the AirPods Pro. The sound was just fuller. There was better dynamic in terms of the high and low end. There's also a bass enhancing option. And I think like the overall soundstage and acoustics are just better separated and give you more of a stereo feel as opposed to like the wireless earbud and compact feel that you get in a lot of them. One of the contributing factors to having a good sound experience is customization, because some people out there want to listen to hip hop and rap, whereas others want to listen to pop, some want to listen to classical music, and all of which have very different sound characteristics that need to be fine-tuned. There isn't really like a one-size-fits-all. So within the Panasonic app, you can actually adjust the EQ settings very specifically. You can also choose your listening mode as well as a bass enhancing mode. So if you really want to get that punch, then you can definitely achieve that through the app if you would like. So now that we've talked about the sound quality and the fact that that really checks off the box, the next big selling point is going to be the dual hybrid noise cancellation. This is something that Panasonic has put a lot of thought into with multiple settings and also the microphone setup to give you the best experience that is adaptive but also delivers a great battery life. So the three microphones built in kind of work in conjunction to be able to deliver a great noise canceling experience depending on how much cancellation is needed in an ambient situation. So say you're on the street, there's a lot of buses and cars driving by, then obviously the noise cancellation is going to have to be more powerful to kind of give you a level of separation. But in situations where that level of cancellation is not needed, they're able to reduce that level and also give you customization through the app, because with more active cancellation applied, the sound quality is going to go down with that. The two different options are the standard noise cancellation as well as the ambient sound mode. So from the app, you're able to adjust the levels of the cancellation as well as the amount of ambient noise that you want it to filter through to allow you to at least have a sense of your surroundings if you're, say, like crossing the road or something. You can actually also change the settings of the noise cancellation directly from the touch panel on the earbud, and we're going to talk about that a bit later. Honestly, when I first opened these, I was like, these are pretty big, and they remind me of a lot of them that I tested out that I just found were too big for the size and didn't really deliver any features to match that. But I can tell you, after popping these in the ears, they actually fit very nicely. They're super light, and I really don't mind the size considering the amount of features that they deliver. So on the topic of comfort, this is the way I would describe it. So you have earbuds on the market that go like very much inside the ear. They're kind of molded in, or they've got like a wingtip that fits in, that takes a while to put on, and they're kind of annoying. But once you get them in, they really do lock in very nicely. With these kinds, you kind of have them on the surface of the ear, and it's able to really sense the sound around it as opposed to being channeled inside the ear. So you've got the labels right here for the right side and the left side, which is always much appreciated. You really don't feel them inside the ear canal. So if you listen to music for many hours at a time, you're not going to find any like irritation or pressure points. I think the fact that these kind of float or live outside of the ear really makes it carefree, so you can walk around town and go about your day without really noticing that you've got a pair of earbuds locked into the ear. One thing I will mention though is that your experience from an athletic standpoint is going to be subjective. If you're just going to like the gym to like use the bike or like lift some weights, I think you're gonna be totally fine. But I would be a little bit hesitant running with these because I do feel like they are much more of a grab and go where you could take them out quickly. And if I were to run, I feel like there is a chance that they may fall out. It is also IPX4 water and dust resistant, so when you're out in the rain or you sweat on them, you're gonna be fine. So when it comes to battery life, they claim about 6.5 hours of usage on optimal settings and also 2 additional charges on the case itself. And from my experience, I would say I got maybe about 5 to 5 hours and 45 minutes of listening, depending on the level. I would say at about 75%, you can expect about 5.5 hours, but if you listen to it beyond that, then you're probably going to get less, obviously. If you bump it down to say 50% though, then I think you can definitely reach 6.5 hours, no problem. Another great feature though is that if you go ahead and pop it in the case and give it 15 minutes of charge, it gives you 70 minutes of listening. And if you need to recharge the case itself, it uses USB Type-C, which is always much appreciated. So when it comes to the touch controls, it uses the panels that are obviously the face of the earbud. And it actually uses both sides, which is nice because some of them have tested out have only used one, or they just don't have touch features at all. And with the actual like touch response, it is very responsive, and it doesn't rely on motion to determine whether you are touching it or not. So on the list of some of the gestures that you have built into the earbuds, both of them are able to react to a single tap for play pause, and that one's pretty standard. If you double tap on the right side, it is able to skip the song, and if you double tap on the left side, it will lower your volume, and a triple tap will increase it. A long press gets you to Amazon Alexa, and you can also configure Siri as well as Google Assistant. And a long hold on the right side will switch between active noise cancellation on/off. So we're going to take a look at the app and talk about some of the features and settings that you have to customize in more detail. So on the left side, it obviously shows my earbuds, and it shows the audio mode, which is AAC, the highest quality on the iPhone, and it also shows the battery life of the left and right side. The main feature is the ambient sound control. You can adjust the noise cancellation settings and select that, and you can also just go adjust the ambient sound as well and how much it allows you to hear. You can also just shut off all these settings completely if you don't really need them. The next one is sound enhancement, and I feel like this is one of the better features that I enjoy. There's the bass enhancer for certain types of music. There's also a clear voice mode, so if you're listening to a podcast, it will make the human voice clearer if that is what you're hoping to focus on. And the last option is the equalizer, which allows you to adjust the 100s, 315, 1K, 3.15K, and 10K. So if you're someone who is really into audio and is able to fine-tune this, then you can really take advantage of the best features on these earbuds. The next thing is also just the general settings. So for connection, you can prioritize sound quality or the connectivity, and from my experience, I didn't notice any issues in connectivity. I may have put on one at a time and it would connect together, they would sync, they wouldn't lose any sync, and that is thanks to the Bluetooth 5.0 connectivity that is built in. There's also an auto power off setting, which is clutch because I always leave my earbuds around. I'm too lazy to put them back in the case, and you go back to put them back in and they're out of power. There's also the option to use voice assistant, so you can use Amazon Alexa, you can use Siri and all that other stuff. Personally, I'm not huge on voice assistants, but say your home is powered by that, it is a super handy feature. And you also have your LED notification light if you'd like them on and off, and there's also an option to find the earbuds directly from the app. So at the end of the day, how do these compare to some of the options out in the market? Because you have so many choices, and whether you're an iOS or Android user, you've got the Galaxy Buds, you have the Apple AirPods, you have the Master and Dynamics, which I've tried out, and all of these come in at the same price point of between $200 to $300, which is a lot of money to be spending on a pair of fully wireless earbuds. So you want to make the right choice. And the way I look at it is each one has its own trait. The Master and Dynamics might look very good, but they didn't really have any features, and the sound quality for its price was not that good in my opinion. You got the Apple AirPods that work very seamlessly with the Apple ecosystem, especially with the new iOS 14 updates. You have like the play pause, and overall noise cancellation on that is pretty decent. It's easy to control. The sound quality is okay, but for its price point, it's really not the selling point of it in my opinion. But I think of the three in this kind of price range that I've tried out, I think the sound quality when it comes to listening to music and just that experience alone is best on the Panasonic earbuds. If you're gonna be wearing these in public, they're definitely not the most attractive looking. They do stick out a little bit, but they sure look better than a pair of headphones that goes over your head and gets hot after a very short period of time. So I found these to be very comfortable. If I was exercising a lot, which I'm not, then I would probably say the Apple AirPods stay in a little bit better. Just for music listening, which is what I personally prioritize over noise cancellation even, this is definitely the best experience that I've tried out. If you guys want to check them out for yourself, I'm going to drop a link down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and drop a like if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one.